Alright, y'all, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and we're here with a rapid reaction. I guess you could call it that. Rapid reaction to the WWE Survivor Series. Yeah, Survivor Series has been probably about a little close, maybe like 45, 50 minutes since it completed. But like I told y'all yesterday, and I told y'all earlier in this week too, I believe. My Bears were on Sunday Night Football, so I needed to see what they were gonna do. So, they won. They beat the Minnesota Vikings. Have a game and a half lead in NFC North, so that's good. And yeah, so interesting game. That also being said, we also had Survivor Series, and well, let's go ahead and let's start the review and the reaction to it. On the kickoff show, which by the way they were not counting. They decided not to count. I don't know why. But they decided not to count the 10 versus 10 Survivor Series match on the kickoff show, which was and I did like the way they did this. When a person got pinned, that team was gone. It wasn't the person. That's gonna take a level up. So once a player from a team get pinned, the entire team got pinned, and I gotta wonder if well, first of all, I hope that Kalisto really didn't get hurt. I hope he really didn't get hurt. So I hope that was just all a part of the show. I think it is because he was then still on the outside doing lucha. So, but I thought some really good action throughout this. But it really get picked up when they got down to 4 teams: the New Day and the Usos, Bobby Roode, and Chad Gable and the Revival. It really got down and it picked up and it got better. A couple of missed spots here and there, but otherwise it was some real good stuff. And the Usos ended up being the sole survivors, and so, but that did not count for SmackDown. So I don't know why. So, but yeah, this was a fantastic opener. I had it at 3 and 3 3/4 stars. So I thought it was really good. Next one, when the show, I guess when the true Survivor Series show kicks off, it is the 5-on-5 women's match between Raw and SmackDown. So on the kickoff show, Natalya, and Ruby Riott can't get along, so they gotta go, and they replace them with Sasha and Bayley. And then the 5th woman for SmackDown turns out to be Mandy Rose. So, what's his face say? God's greatest creation. So Mandy Rose was. Excuse me. So she was on. She is now on the SmackDown Women's team, and again, some really good, some good stuff here. I think from all the ladies. I could kind of see where they were going from the minute when they get down to Sasha and Nia against Asuka. I kind of knew that Nia was going to turn on Sasha so that she can get the singles victory. And boy, did Nia have heat up the wazoo. I mean, it was incredible. Anytime she got anything done to her, there was a cheer. And I mean, when she won, I mean, when that appeared on the screen, when the Nia Jax thing appeared on the screen, there was a hell of a bovation for her. I mean, it was incredible. So, and it was ridiculous. But yeah, I can see it coming from a mile away. And 3 leg drops and a Samoan drop, and Nia Jax is your sole survivor. Now I predicted that her and Tamina, would probably have something. Probably they probably would do something where one of them would be the sole survivor Rousey a match, and we'll talk about that match a little bit because I don't know what they're doing with that. So, and it leads to it's a whole other thing that is just ridiculous. So, the second match, the match was 3 3 1/4 star. Um, then we had Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I apologize for yawning, y'all. Um, well, whatever. I'm not gonna speak on the air, but it's just, you know, when you don't get a lot of good, you get a lot of good sleep, deep sleep, whatever, you get tired. So hopefully on my vacation I can take care of that and take care of some other stuff too. But otherwise, anyway, um, yeah. So we had Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. Match was okay. I did 3.5 stars. No Dean Ambrose interference. No Lobo for Shinsuke Nakamura. And he had a victory for Seth Rollins. So I thought it was pretty interesting the way that went down. But Raw goes up 2-0. Raw goes up 2-0, and we'll have to see where that goes from there. Later on in the show, Charlie Caruso talks to Seth Rollins and tells him that at TLC is going to be him versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll see if any stipulations are added to it, or if it's just a regular title match. We'll have to wait and see. Next was the Authors of Pain versus The Bar. This one was 2.5 star, but there's two things that what this match is going to be known for. One, Enzo Amore was hiding in the middle of the seats. He was hiding in the seats, in the second, third row for some reason. He was hiding, and during that match, he decided to unveil himself to the crowd, and started to cause a ruckus, and the security threw him out. The second thing that's going to be known for this is at the end, when Big Show has Drake Maverick, there was supposed to be some type of contraption that he would press that would make him pee himself, like, and or it was a bad thing because it was just like a little dribble. Like a little, it made it look like he had like sprayed himself with like he had sprayed himself with some type of eyeglass thing or something, and then rolled down his pants leg or something. So just whatever. But Authors of Pain, they win. They beat the Bar. So at this point, it's 3-0, and it's kind of looking like that there's going to be an absolutely rollover destruction for, because as you look down, you don't expect the other three for Raw to lose any of those matches. So, in the Cruiserweight matches, the 205 live match, yeah. And, so that match was actually next. Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali. I had it at 3 3/4 star. It was okay. Just it kind of didn't interest me very much. They really they really do that thing wrong. Those cruiserweights should be there to start off shows. They should be there. They should either be for the kickoff show or one of the first two matches. They should not be like in the middle of the card like there was this time. At this point, they don't. They really don't care. The crowd, I don't know if the crowd really cared or not. Change his Cruiserweight Championship. Next was the 5-on-5 men's match, which I was very shocked that they would put that on next. I would have thought that was on last, but it wasn't. But what did not shock me was that Shane McMahon ended up being the last man standing from SmackDown. He got, so during the match he puts down Braun Strowman through a table. He does the coast to coast. Then he tries to do it to Bobby Lashley, but what's his face comes up and kicks him. A lot of people were angry that Samoa Joe left pretty early because he started the match off and he did like that, and then they went to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre gave him the Claymore kick, and he put him out. So a lot of people were upset that Joe left so early, but I don't know, shit. Just keep on yawning. So yeah, I'm not sure what was happening, but there was some really good stuff there, I think, and really Braun Strowman was the thing because Braun Strowman pretty much ended. After that, he beat everybody. He beat Mysterio, he beat The Miz, he beat Jeff Hardy, and he beat Shane McMahon. I'm gonna call it Shawn Michaels. Shane McMahon and Bobby Lashley, who didn't show his ass, tonight. He did on the pregame show, but he didn't do it on the main show, which I was kind of upset about. I wanted him to do it during the match, like to point to a guy and then say, and have that idiot Leo Rush on the outside show us and have him bend over and I thought that would have been funny, but it was him, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. After the match, Baron Corbin jumped, but Raw at this point wins the show. They've got 4, and it's going to be over 2. So, so now we have to see what's going down, right? We're gonna see what's going to happen. We now have Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair, and the match I thought was really good. I thought it was really good, and I thought it was coming around to the point to where we was maybe. I have, well, by the way, that the 5 3 3/4 stars. I thought there was a chance that he could get into the 4, maybe into the 5, depending on how long they were going to give it. But for what it was definitely a 3 3/4 star match. And then they do something where Charlotte Flair turns heel. I mean, I don't know. She takes out a thing, and she takes out a Singapore cane and wails on her with it. Then she takes she takes a chair and she puts it on Ronda's neck and she stomps on it. And she has this look of just craziness and everything like that, and so I don't know. It might be a heel turn. She put on Twitter, "Booze a woo, screw you." So why hug Becky Lynch if this is so I where they could have the crowd cheer. Well, I guess you can't say they did because the crowd did cheer Charlotte the entire thing, and they decided to boo Ronda. And I'm just really, I'm really getting sick of these wrestling fans. I really am. I'm really getting sick of these wrestling fans because, why are you booing Why are you booing Ronda Rousey? Why? Why are you booing her? I mean, are you booing her because she was a star, you know, and she got the women's title? Well, you know, so what? They waited a pretty long. They just didn't, put her put it on her. They created a good story for it with the whole Alexa Bliss thing and her being suspended. Uh, Great story for that. Great story told. Are you booing her because you're more into Becky Lynch, and that was supposed to be Becky Lynch's shot? So I don't get it. And I don't know what the hell Ronda was doing either. She was like, I'm sorry. She was trying to say I'm sorry. And she was kind of like had this crushed, look on her face up until the end. At the end, she got to toe the ramp. She started turning around. She had that look of, I can't believe you motherfuckers are booing me. And so I'm not sure what's going on. And then even like Ryan Satin, a pro wrestling sheet. He had it. He wrote on Twitter, why it's a fail, Los Angeles. Why are you booing her? So it is just I'm just so sick and tired of wrestling fans not just not playing along. Just being the fucking fuck face, because they really do. They really do ruin wrestling. They do. It's not necessarily any bad booking that you get from the WWE. It's not any bad wrestling matches, any bad wrestlers. It's none of that. The number one thing that ruins WWE are the fans. And that's just the God's honest truth. I mean, why the hell are you booing her? For what reason are you booing her? And, see, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the chicken or the egg. I don't know if because the fans won't go along with the show. This WWE troll us with things like having Roman Reigns kick out of 6 F5s, and then because they don't WWE doesn't want to go do what we're gonna turn Charlotte O'Neal. Hell no, we're gonna cheer. What's going to happen? So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, because listen, they can't turn Ronda heel, right? You can't turn Ronda heel because she's more than likely gonna have a match with Nia Jax at TLC for the women's title, right? You can't do that. Or at least you can't turn a heel yet. And what? Now you're just not gonna you're not gonna. Well, it's so hard to try to figure out what happened between what's gonna happen now. So good. Brock Lesnar did win, because of course. Not only was not only were they going for the fact that Raw wasn't going to lose a match, but they were also listen, they just you're not gonna have Brock Lesnar get beat by Daniel Bryan, not when he's got a match coming up against up against Braun Strowman. Like, and also beat him like on the first time because it took Roman several chances, right, to beat him. It took his fifth match to beat Brock Lesnar, right? Because you had the WrestleMania, the four-way match a couple of SummerSlams ago, right? Then you had the WrestleMania earlier this year, and then you had the Greatest Royal Rumble match in Saudi Arabia, and so it took but I kind of do like the way they did the match. I thought it was good. I also thought I liked the way they were, even though that Daniel Bryan is I guess a heel health, and it was kind of great. They were trying to get sympathy for him, and get some sympathy for him too as well. So all in all, it was a good match, and yeah, they did a pretty good job. So I think all in all, this was a pretty solid pay-per-view. No really stinkers. Authors of Pain in the bar was the worst match. Best match was the 5-on-5 men's championship match. From 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series match, excuse me. But yeah, overall, I thought it was that was solid. I was some of my predictions kind of came true. I predicted like Nia Jax and Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. I thought Shinsuke Nakamura was gonna win. It was actually Seth. I kind of thought the bar would beat AOP, but it was actually AOP. And I thought Ronda. I did think that Ronda was gonna beat Flair, but they won by DQ. So we'll just have to see where everything goes and how everything is. So yeah. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys thought about Survivor Series. Tell me what you guys thought about any of the matches, any other places. Tell me what you guys think they're gonna go with next. What's gonna happen with this Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch thing? Where's that gonna go? Let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there.